or a communist, please stitch this with your best suggestions for organizing to fight against capitalism.
Alright, let's do it. Everything I'm finna mention has to do with building civic and institutional power. It's all about numbers, it's all about bonds, baby. Number one is propaganda. We have got to control the narrative on the internet and IRL. I don't care if it's music, videos, jokes, thought-provoking essays, performative memes, man, all that shit. Leftist critique should be bleeding into even the most apolitical spaces on the internet. I'm talking makeup, vlogging, gaming, all that. Number two, we need left-leaning and sympathetic characters and institutions of power and media to help facilitate and protect revolutionary action and help control the professional narrative. And while we're at it, cut it with the anti-voting shit. It makes no fucking sense. It's not revolutionary action. It exists to prevent the strongest enemy from obtaining central authority over us. This shit works a lot fucking easier if we have a weak enemy or a sympathetic character in public office. Number three, no more label wars. It's anti-praxis. You're gonna work with an ML. You're gonna work with an anarchist. Get over it. We don't have to be a hive mind. We just have to operate like one. Number four, no more USSR aesthetic. No more Molotov cocktail aesthetic. This shit's lame. We got a new one. We're bullet train giga chads because fixing shit is awesome and ignoring problems is lame and weak chin. Also, there's already so much anti-communist propaganda out there that it makes it really fucking hard to radicalize people when they're already turned off by the symbolism. Number five, if you can't boil down theory so that liberals, normies, and baby leftists can latch onto it, stay out of the agitprop game. You're not helping as much as you think you are. And at some point, it gets pretty counterproductive when all you're doing is beating other leftists over the head with the amount of books you've read. Number six, it's time to rebuild community cohesion. Start a block party. Invite your neighbors over. Maybe discuss a few local policies like the potholes or the speed trap at the end of your neighborhood. Build friendships with your coworkers and agitate unionization in your workplace. Uplift some motherfuckers. Engage in mutual aid. People are more likely to help you if you help them. Number seven, protests and demonstrations have got to be a confederation of organizations. From what I've seen from my IRL activism, these things go way smoother when we have a division of labor. Picture this with me for a second. One huge decentralized mass equating the strength in numbers, and then a bunch of smaller groups responsible for medical, protection, legal resources, physical propaganda, relief, media. These things are a necessity for grassroots action, and without these supply lines, demonstrations tend to peter out after a couple hours. We gotta keep pushing for strength in numbers and strength in bonds to gain ground on them. If they can give up a couple feet, they can give up 10 yards. If they can give up 10 yards, they can give up 10 miles. A revolution is like a dynamo, and the faster we spin, the easier it gets, and the more power we have. This strategy is going to culminate to the point where the ruling class is so fearful of losing their power that they're going to engage in a preemptive strike, at which point we have the optical advantage of a revolution of self-defense. For anyone who's read any history or even played like a real-time strategy map game, you'll know that this is the simplest and most effective strategy to dismantling a power imbalance.